Yes, I have a question. Why do you think, as you mentioned, he's become relatively unknown? People, you were disappointed people didn't know his name. I mean, I'm one who didn't know his name either. Why do you think that?
Well, when I came to Canada, I was surprised because I thought I was in Iran, I knew him. How come these people don't know him?
Right.
But then in time living here in North America, working in America, I learned that the same thing. The masses are being controlled by a million different things. Slowly, classic literature are pushed out, and people don't know it. Do you know what is the best novel these days? Fan fiction. The most ridiculous type of writing. The cheapest and the most money-making fan fiction, one of it. 50 Shades of Grey, degrading woman and bringing acceptance that it's okay to do those things. That is where we are going. Of course you don't know classic literature anymore.
No, there's plenty of famous authors from the past that I am aware of, right? Plenty.
Of course,
but
of course.
Why not him? That's
I don't know, because he was very famous at his time.
Right.
It is still famous. They still celebrate his 140th, 160th, whatever, his birth, because he had made a huge difference in the, humanity, for the humanity, because all he wrote was about war and against war and how we have become so used to it and accepting. We are accepting the war. We think it's part of our history. Everybody says it was war always. Well, that doesn't make sense. We are so advanced and believe in our intelligence today. We cannot have that anymore. If we allow that happen, if we select people who run the war, we are one of them. Sorry. But she was first. Oh, she was.
No, she was first.
Go ahead.
No, let's move on to another topic. You go right ahead.
Well, I'm sure he seems to be telling us to open our eyes, to recognize the truth as to what is happening to us and how we are being manipulated and duped.
Exactly.
Would you personally have an opinion as to what we should stand up and do as direct action?
It is so ugly and so complicated that I don't think anybody can have one word for anything. I did my best to say what I feel in my book, which hope, I don't know, it worked very well, I guess. But what I myself personally feel that at this time in our life, in the time that really a person with a heart that could die in just a blink of eyes 10 years ago goes in there, come out with 5 bypasses or whatever, change his body, put different things, go to space, go to universe. We have come to so far. We have discovered a lot, but we still don't understand how to stop that. I personally think education is the first thing. If you know what's happening, who's running you, who's telling you what to do, who's running your life, who's manipulating your time, if you know that and you stand in front of it, that would be it. I do. I have a website. I tell whatever I want to. Hey, I'm not in Iran anymore to kill me. They kill me. They killed her, but I'm fine. Sorry.
We've got 2 more questions, I think, that we can have time for.
Okay.
My question actually was totally different. The first reading, that is from a work of fiction, correct?
Jean-Christophe, yeah.
Jean-Christophe. When was that written?
When was that?
When was it written?
1902 to 1912. It took him about 8 years to write it.
That's in a way fascinating to me because it's a very modern style of mixing actual dialogue, internal dialogue, and even the narrative, so that they all seem to be in the same voice, which is a wonderful way of pulling the reader into the world, and to find it so early and on the wrong continent. Because it's a very much a North American thing.
But it
When
was
it
so
starts
difficult
off.
to read it. I was hoping that I can read them right. If you look at it
Oh,
small
yeah.
and take, they're
Well,
wiped out.
maybe he just needs better print.
You will ask for it. They are working on it. There are a whole bunch of activists thinking that, again, what we talked about, that we are being manipulated, we don't know much about our war, so they are bringing out the old book, the classic book, the one that was washed out under the carpet. So.
Because of when he wrote, and because he seemed to be talking about a lot the social commentary around the war, being anti-war.
Yes.
Would that maybe be why he's a little more obscure? Because during that time, of course, there were two wars on the front. One was happening during that time.
No, Jean Christophe was before war, 1902 to 12.
And then when did he write up until around what year?
End of war.
End of the war. So he was
Second war. He was during the war.
He was during
the
war.
The enchanted soul, that is to the war.
Right.
But Jean Christophe has nothing to do with war.
Was there what was the response from I guess his countrymen, from the French and from people around that time when he released that? Was it positive initially, or do you think?
He got a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, like right away, or was that the
It was 1915 to 3 years after that.
Okay.
After this came out, a couple of years after
Nobel
that.
Prize.
Nobel Prize around that time.
Yeah,
So
he got
okay.
the Nobel Prize. Yeah, he did great. You have to read to know what I mean. The Jean Christophe was your age. You got to read that. It's just amazing. Oh no, the best part of his life,
Okay.
where he became who he was by the end, was your age. That's what I meant the other time when we were talking. I cannot ever be the one who wrote that novel without reading tons of other books. You have to read other people's books.